Alright, welcome again to the second part in our series where we code going home from scratch or so to fix bugs and glitches and to add features that everybody wants, like checkpoint and save and loading. So people nowadays, modern gamers don't like, oh, this is so hard, why do I have to repeat a survival game, why do I have to repeat from the start when I die? So I get it. I sometimes like having save points as well, checkpoints, but survival games are intended to not have those features. So anyways, so let's go. So I'm going to run our previous attempt, what happened previously. So we have this boot splash, splash screen which we can skip, and that's it. So if you want to see again, if we press E, we can skip. There we go, we can skip the fade in and fade out. So there, that's it. So I think let's return to splash state. So what now? Okay, so there is something I've noticed here. If I'm going to show you the original going home file, as you can see here in the animation set. Oh, come on, this is so ugly. Every time I look at this code, it makes me vomit. Why did I code it like this? Anyway, so as you can see here, we set a bunch of local variables here for new grid. Then we set the animation, and then we only use this animation, right? This new animation object. So what I think we need is to have some sort of helper function which we just pass the image, and then this width and height, frame width and frame height, and then the image size, and then return as this animation, instead of having to create this stuff. Okay, so yeah, so for now I'm not going to implement this because we're not using any other animations, but the long run we will have to. Another thing is, since we have this callback function when it reaches the last frame, so this is another thing, parameter we need to consider. So I guess we should not or just have a separate animation class, animation data, and then just store it there like so. Anyways, so what we want to do now is implement here. I've put a comment after we reach the Giga Drill splash image. After that, we want to switch to the next state, right? So to do that, we need to include our game maker, what am I saying? We need to include our game state manager, and then game state manager. Then let's go to that switch. Wait, where's that? Switch, there you go. Then we want to say switch to states that menu. Yes, states that menu or title. Yeah, let's just say main menu. Then we need to include states here as well. States require SRC. No, it should be states. I think we're going to have circular problem here. Yeah, we can't because we are already there. So this is a problem once again. So I think we should just put that here. This way we can avoid that. Certainly we should just require states that menu. Okay, yeah, let's just do this. Okay, so in our states initialized, let's just say menu will be menu. Let's add that. Then let's create a new state called menu. Then as always, let's require base state because we want to inherit from that state, that base class. So it is in the states base state, then local menu will be base state, and then extend and return that object. So we have our constructor. So let me just no, not VS, it's VS. Let me just split screen. Then let's just I'm just going to look a bunch of this stuff. So we want menu super new to access the parent class, and then register this as menu, and then menu preload, and then function menu load, and then function. I should really use snippets to generate these templates, and so on, draw, and then there we go. Okay, so let us open our game state manager. So let us add some logging here so we can know what's happening. Modules log, and then when we so let's say here log trace, let's just say the string, no, let's just say state preload, like I don't know what to put there, so let's just say self.current state get ID, and so we copy that here and just say load, and so we need a switch state, so this should be a state, so we should also have previous state. Now I'm thinking we should use hump game state. Never mind, I want to implement my own. I know this is not as good as hump, but okay, so when we want to switch, we need to do this assert as well, right? This past state must extend from the base state. Then what we want to do is self that previous state is equals to our self.current state, and then self.current state will be equals to our state, right? Then we want to go to load, and we want to log that trace switch from no, it should be switched from name of the state to name of the state. So format self.previous state get ID, and then self.current state get ID. Alright, so the problem is we did not implement some sort of fading, any transition, because as far as I remember, we do that in asset manager. So let's not worry about that for now. So let's have something to preload here. So where is that? Yeah, so we switch there. Wait, I think, let me check. Yeah, we need to create that menu state. Then in preload, what we want to do, let's just check that logging first. Initialize state splash preload, finished loading. Alright, so I think we should also have exit states for clearing things. Yeah, let's have exit state. Where is that? There we go. It should be in the last. So splash exit. We want to clear stuff. So where do we use that? We use, so when we load stuff, where do we insert that previous state? I don't, yeah, let's not worry about that. Let's put that also here. Oh yeah, we should also, so before we change current state to previous state, let us first say if self that current state has an exit function, then self that current state perform that exit function, and then before we change, and then log the trace state exit like that. I really should think about what I name my logging events, because I know that's going to be a problem in the long run. Okay, so in menu, what do we need? This is so hard to track, believe me. So do we have menu here? Title? Yeah, we have state title. So state title, we have, no, these aren't. Okay, so where is that? So it's in game state. So let's find title. Okay, so next state title. So title, we need to load this stuff. I mean, why? Wait. Okay, so we need to stop the flashlight toggle. Let's not worry about sound for now. So what do we need? So title, where is that? Image background, images, BG, and what else do we draw here? Come on, this is so hard. Alright, oh come on. So we need, I don't even remember the names of the assets. So let's open our file manager. Come on, open. Yeah, there we go. So projects, and then going home with docs, assets, images. I really should fix this stuff. Okay, so BG, where is that background? There we, why do I have BG? Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty small. So the size is, what's the size of this thing? Properties. So it's 128 by 32. Yeah. So BG should, I should rename this to, you know what? Let's create. As we remember, recall, and reuse the assets, let's organize them as well. This would be, we should name this underscore images. This should be images, and then we need BG, and then let's copy that here, put that there, and we also need giga drill. And then the animation sheet, splash. What did I name that? Splash. There we go. I think this is it. Yeah. we should copy that here. Let's move that there. Images, let's create a new folder called splash and put gigadrill there, and then just say shift flam endless. Okay, so and then folder for main menu, so title art, yeah, let's just name it title. Okay, so here we need to fix the path here. We need assets, images, then splash, then this should be shift flam endless. There we go. So we want to copy this, add this to preload, and then you know what I'm really tempted to do is to abstract this, like have this single list and then separated by tables, like so there's a whole assets list table, then subtable per state, like splash and the menu, and then we don't need preload anymore. We just implement this in game state manager, like, oh, if this ID menu exists in that assets list, just automate this. But we're as we can progress if I'm going to refactor over and over again. So let's move on. So title will be splash menu, and then this would be title, I believe. So what else do we need in our title? We need, okay, so we need GUI position start. Check GUI. I think this is for checking the mouse. So images, let's start. Okay, so images start. Wait, that doesn't exist here? Start. Yeah, it does. Where is that? Start. So assets start. Oh, this one. So we need start and then quit. So let's put them in the images. Let's put them in menu. So if there are GUI, let's say GUI start or button, GUI exit, or I should have a list of all. Wait, so there are two. There can be two approaches for this. We can have a separate GUI table, the GUI folder that will handle all the GUI assets, or we want each state to have those GUI assets. Then just add GUI underscore and then append the name. I think this makes more sense. Anyways, so we want GUI start, then we want exit, then menu title, we want to change this to GUI start, GUI exit. Alright, so what else do we need? So wait, where's that GUI? Alright, so we have BG, a background, we have the start. Look at this command, the exit. What else? Website GUI. Or now where's that? Oh, I should move this here. Now where's that website GUI? Where did I put that? website. No, nothing. Gallery, of course. I think it's here. Yeah, there we go. So we should also move this here. If you see this is like low quality, yes, because it's the whole art is very limited to, I think this is only 32 by 32 or smaller. Yeah, 16 by 15. It's very, yeah, it's very hard, right? Structure. I think this should be helped. Yeah, and then GUI. And I think I should GUI questions. I think I should remove return. Remove this stuff. GUI skip. GUI greeter. Yeah, now I'm thinking I should just separate all this stuff. Okay, so what we need now is let's see, change that to website. Wait, I think we should refactor this, like menu. Instead of displaying all the stuff in the menu, I'll show you what I mean here. Right, so I don't necessarily have to copy this stuff. As you can see here, instead of putting all of this here, we can just have another option here. Yeah, that's more reasonable. So what we and I should really use text instead of like this. Yeah, I think, yeah. Okay, so for now, since I have more experience now in game development and love, let's copy this. Not P. Let's copy that, and then what we want to do is put we want to draw that, so we would draw that, not the graphics, that set color to white, and then love that graphics that draw images that title. Let's see what happens. Global Assets Manager. Yeah, we forgot to require that here. So for now, we're going to skip in Splash. We're just going straight to menu, so we can test this out now. As you can see, it's there. Now what we want to do is we want to position that to 0 for the X, right? Then we want its height. I mean, the Y position will be center of the screen. Or I think we should change that. Yeah, we should center of the screen, so that will be, wait, what did I use here for center of the screen? I used yeah, the graphics that get height over 2, rotation will be 0, and scale will be, what scale did I use? SX and SY. For now, let's just say 2. Then the offset of the X will be 0, but the offset of the Y will be images the title get height over 2. Alright, so let's see what happens. There we go. So we need to scale this more. So we need to SX and SY. then in load will be graphics get read divided by images. The title get read, then sy will be love.graphics. Wait, we're going to have a problem here because it's going to scale. It's going to stretch. There you go. So what we want to do is just have a single scale variable, and then instead of doing this, what we want to do is say the minimum of and love.graphics get height over images title get height. So that will make sure that it is properly scaled, no stretching. There we go. Alright, so we achieved the look that we want. Now we want to put in the center of the screen the text. So what else do we want to put here? So yeah, so we want something like this will be draw text, draw options like that, or draw choices like this, draw menu options. Yeah, I don't know what to call them. Okay, so first what we want to do is set font again. Set font. Okay, so in our asset manager we have this font which should be contained in fonts. Let's remove these fonts and then self.fonts, that main, because that's the main fonts that main, because that's the the main font of the going home. I forgot where I got that. I'm pretty sure it's from Font Awesome or thefont.com. Anyways, if you're the author, if you made that font, thank you so much. So assets manager, so we say font, what font to use. So I like to localize things here, so I'm not sure if we're going to get any overhead, but font is equals to, let's do that here, font is equals to assets manager get font, the name will be main, then our assets manager, let's have that here, function asset manager get font, the ID, and what we want is we want to have an assert like fonts, and then ID, we're going to say font ID does not exist, change this to ID, else return self.fonts ID. There we go. So we should not have any error. And so, sorry if it's very noisy outside, it's the broom broom tricycle, and I hate it when they do that very noisy stuff. So font, we use font that's already scaled. So what we want to do is we can have, wait, there are two based on my experience, we can do this in like 3 ways. So first way is, the first method is we write, we procedurally write it like so. I will show you how. Love.graphics, that's print. So the first one will be start, and then what we want to do is like if so this is just the basic. So if like cursor is equals 1, which means we are in the start button, then love.graphics, set color to red, else love.graphics, set color, use white, and then print that position. And then you're going to have to do this twice, and then cursor to like that. So this is safer, and this is easier to manage. I mean, it's longer, but it's easier to manage. But what I want to do is say we have a for loop for I, and then text in I pairs of menu options do if I is equals to cursor. It's the same, but whatever. If we are else graphic set color, so we want to say as hovered, color hovered, then let's just say one pure white. Yeah, we want to set font here as well, and then we do love.graphics.print. So I'm going to tell you that what's the problem with this approach. I know this looks like more convenient and more appropriate in a programmer standpoint, but wait, so text and then position X and then position Y. So the problem here is this position X and position Y. You have to like calculate at what position they will show, since this is a for loop. Well, basically I've had many experience with that, so it's not going to be a problem for now. Let's just say color hovered is equals to a table, since you know, we want to fade this into something, right? So color normal, yeah, because we're going to implement fading those buttons as well. So let's change this to color normal. So here we want to say position X will be 0, position Y will be 0. Let's just first draw them, okay? So we need local menu options. This will be start. So for clarity, let's do this. I know the putting this is not needed, it's not necessary, but so we can easily see what cursor is like. Okay, so start, then options, and then about, and then for will be quit, and then local cursor, because we are in the first, we want to be in the first position. Okay, so there we go. So position X will be, no, I think, yeah, we should calculate this here. Position X will be we should in the middle of the screen, subtract, so we want each text to be aligned in the center. So the center of the center of the text will be, I'm going to show you, and might as well show you some tricks and tips on how to do this. So as you can see, here is our screen, right? So here is our screen. So this is the width, this is the height, this is 0, 0, Alright, so let's say we have this imaginary line, right? So this will be half of the width and this will be half the height. Now we want different text with different sizes and different lengths to be like this, right? So like this is start. I'm just using the mouse, so pardon. And then let's say this blah 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 blah, so this long text, but we still want them to be right aligned perfectly. So we do that is, since this is a text, right? So this has a position x and y, and this is the width and this is the height. What we can do is calculate half of the width of this text, and then put that, and then subtract that with this, because we will get this part, right? The half of this we will get. So we position that x here, and then same thing, if this width is like, even though this is larger in width, we will subtract this position with half of the width. So width over 2 minus text width over 2, like so. So that is how we are going to do it. But I'm not sure if I want to put text in center or put them here, like just align them here. What do you think? Just like in the original Going Home, or here? I think we should do this, because sooner after we're done with the desktop Redux, we're going to port this into Android and iOS, and then we will have controls here, right? GUI controls or whatever. So it won't, if we put this here, it will block this. So yeah, let's do this. Okay, so we will get text width over 2. So okay, now the height. What about the height? So since we have an image here, right, we have the title here, we want to get this is the title, right? The title image, the title background. So we want to get the half of its height, and then add some padding, and then start there, right? So how do we get that? So we get that by calculating, let's just say title. So where's the it's in love.graphics get height, right? So that is its position right here. This is the y position. Now we need to add the height of it. So images title get height over 2. So it's as easy as, so let's call this base y, because it will be the base plus our padding. Wait, this should be plus, and then the padding will be like, let's say 8 for now. So we don't want to draw here, right? We want a padding like this, so we want an offset, so we draw there. Okay, so let's say 8 for now. Okay, so we're going to say what happened? How do I, yeah, there you go. So position y will be base y plus I times I minus 1, because remember in Lua, the for loop I starts at 1, not in 0, so we want to subtract by 1, times, so like so, so for example, we have here, right, this is For example, this is the base y, this is the base y, dy. So we have three text objects, right? So we have this. So this is I is equals to 0, I is equals to 1, I is equals to 2. Right? So if this, let's say this position of this I1, I0 is 0. So how do we get to the next one, then to the next one, using the for loop in a uniform and mathematical way? So as you can see, this has a pattern, right? This is, they have the same height. Remember, they have the same height. So we can use is I multiply by the text height, and then we need to take into account this one, right? So I multiply by text height plus this offset. So we call that O offset y. So that's what we need. So I times, what is that? I multiply by font get height of our text plus the offset would be 8 for now. Okay, for now. So let's run this and let's, oh yeah, we don't have text width. Text width will be font get with text over 2. There we go. As you can see, we have a bigger text. As you can see it, we can fit, like this is the smallest size, we can fit all of this here in the bottom, so that is a problem. What we want to do is move this title upwards, like move that slowly here and then show the title, the options here. Wait, let's try using a smaller font. I don't think we can. Font is equals to love.graphics, new font, to be assets, fonts, jamboree.ttf, the smallest size is 8. Oh yeah, we can use smaller size. What size did we use in assets? Oh, it's 32. So wait, does Love Loader support font? Yeah, adds a new font. Okay, so we want that. So we want that. So we want no, this should not be ID. This should be assets manager, add font. No, we don't need that. So wait a minute, I'm just going to organize my code as all things should be like that, and this should be new line, this should be here. Alright, so the ID will be menu, path will be assets, fonts, jamboree.ttf, and what else do we need? Holder key and the path. Alright, so that's easy. Asset manager, let's say function assets manager add font. So we have fonts, right? So if for IV in I pairs fonts, so we loop through that and loader new font self.fonts v.id and v.path. Alright, so we should not have any problem with this. New file data, file name or file names. Wait. Assets, fonts, jamboree.ttf. What is wrong? I think we're missing something. ID will be menu, then path, assets, fonts. Oh wait, yeah, this is self-the fonts, right? Yeah, let's v.id and v.path. I wonder what's wrong. Right? Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't used font with love loader before, so I'm not sure. New file data, file name or file expected. File name or file path expected. I think there is a problem here. New font. Holder key path adds a new font to the list of the fonts to load. What is wrong? Let me check that. Wait. Love loader. Oh wow, this is so hard. So font. New font. Data and size. Oh, we need size. I think. Yeah, new. Oh yeah, we have size. Why is that not specified in grid size? In the readme, so size will be 8, I guess. Nope. In function. Oh no, I hate debugging this module. 80 of PostProcess. 80 PostProcess. Oh, I think clips new file data. I think new file date. I think this is glips path. Glips path resource request. I think this is broken. I'm not sure. I really think this is broken. Yeah, font, then holder key path size. Yeah, I think because we should use font and not BM font. Where is this called? BM font is not called anywhere. Font. Yeah, so we have a table here, font. Yeah, wonder what's wrong. 80. File name or file. Bad argument number 1 to new file data. File and file name expected. Oh wow. And because of that, we should not use this. Yup, we should just remove this all in all. Wait, add font. Wait, oh, I was wrong. This should be here, right? How did I mess that? Yeah, still error. I think at least we now have a different error. Sorry guys if I have to debug this. I'm really not sure what's happening. But argument number 1 to PostProcess. Now the error is different. So this is, I think this has this, because this is threaded. This is using threads, so I don't know, something from the thread. But argument to number 1 to question mark fine. Okay, let's just remove this. Oh wow, it sucks. So let's just use alright, so let's just create our own font. Come on. So let's say love that. It's not that big of a deal. New font will be assets. I just don't like creating this every time. And then 8. And speaking of, I should just put that here. Right? Let's just say 16. And then let's loop for k font in pairs of the fonts. Do font set filter nearest. I should have just used Lily. Lily's another love module that is like more updated than Love Loader. It's what I use, but it's not that easy to implement in for the system that I want. So yeah, there we go. So instead of this, but for my other projects I use Lily. I just use Love Loader again because of going home. So get font menu. Let's see if that is, are the fonts better? Yeah. Okay, so the problem here now is base wise. Basically get height over 2 plus I think we should put base y here. So base y plus position y. Wait, why is it still drawn in the center? It should be here. Oh yeah, because it's the offset. Wait, what? Why is it not changing? There's something wrong. Because of this. Yeah, I have a lot of experience with this and I always forgot. Alright, now what is the problem? We want, yeah, in the middle of, or we can just use percentage. Position y will be, you know what, yeah, let's just, no, I don't want to use that. Font get height, that text. So we, okay, help me guys, where is the problem? So graphics get height is the middle of the screen. You know what, I'm just gonna don't use offset here, because, and let's just use images that title get height over 2 here, and we need to multiply that by scale. So that is why oh yeah, we have to multiply by scale. yeah, we have to multiply by scale because we scale it, right? So yeah, we can use this, but we have to multiply this by scale, I believe. And now where did that go? We should group stuff. So we should group this here, and then yeah, where's that? So we should return -1. Alright, where is it? My math is rust right now. Get height times scale, because we scale that. But I think we should... Oh, there you go. Finally we got it. That's what I'm talking about. As you can see, it's here, but it's very, very small. Do you like this? Do you like if the options are this small? Start options, about, quit. Or do you want them horizontally arranged? I mean, that's okay. So I don't know for now. So now let's just implement the movement of the cursor, and then we're going to call it a day for now, or a video for now. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. Okay, so in key pressed, function menu, key pressed. Should we use key press or key released? Alright, we should use key released. Key released. Then in our game state manager, we should implement that as well. Key released. This is why I don't like OOP. One of the things that I don't like about OOP is doing things like this. Okay, so if key is equals to, okay, so if you press up or key is equals to W, then else if key is equals to down or key is equals to S. Alright, so we say cursor is equals to cursor. So we press up, we decrement. I have a snippet right here. Yeah, so we have cursor +1. Okay, but we don't want to go past 0 and the maximum number of options. So we say if cursor is less than or equals to 0, then else if cursor is greater than the length of menu options, then cursor will jump to menu options. We probably should use ternary here, but I don't want to explain ternary operations right now. So cursor is equals to 1. So let's try it. So you can see if I press down button, I'm pressing down button, I'm pressing S button now, I'm pressing up button now, I'm pressing W button now. As you can see, we have a functioning menu system right now. Okay, so for now I'm going to show you how to, when we press enter, how to implement I mean the quit button. Okay. Oh yeah, I did use key press here, not key release. So I'm going to use key release here. So if key is equals to enter, is that enter? I don't know if that's return or enter. Let's just say I'm pressing enter, doesn't work, so it's return actually. So if you press enter, local selected, you will get the selected will be menu options cursor, right? So if we print that, we should see what we have chosen. So we start, as you can see here in the terminal, so right, so it's pressing return, so it's working. So what we want to do is if and then we want to lower the string, so we don't have any capital or uppercase character in it. So if selected is equals to start, then else if selected is equals to options, then else if. And another thing we can do is just instead of comparing strings, saying selected is equals to about, selected is equals to options, we can just say if cursor is equals to 1, if cursor is equals to 2, right? So that is faster, but that is harder to read because like what is 1, what is 2, stuff like that. So it's better if we do this. So if we press let's just say quit. Okay, so let's try quitting. There we go, we quit the game. So it's just like this. Alright, it's very easy for now. Yeah, right now. Yeah, let's put in here quit. So game state manager, let's remove the check for exit. Wait, what did I name that? Quit? That should be exit. Alright, so nothing's happening. There we go. So alright, so for now, how long is this video now? So it's already 1 hour. So it took us an hour. So there you go. For the next part, for the next video, I'm sorry all this video I think, yeah, all this video is going to be an hour or so because I don't like code and test. It means everything in the video is live. I mean, not live, but you know, I'm live coding. And when I encounter errors, problems or issues, like it's, yeah, I don't know if I should just like prepare 20 minutes video or so explaining fast and have a script or something. I don't know. I'm just not used to preparations like that. So if you have any comments, suggestions, just tell me. And there you go. I hope you like and enjoy watching me do nerd stuff. I don't know. Okay, bye.